What is up, my butter biscuits? Y'all, I'm a little bit late with this video because I was in Hawaii for 5 days and I was gonna film it over there, but then also at the same time too, I was like, I'm enjoying myself too much and I really don't want to do any work, but low-key, I'm like, oh, I gotta do some work because I'm going broke. But I didn't film it, obviously, as you guys can tell, because I'm back in my same old setup. Before we jump into this video though, I want to tell you guys, if you guys are like interested in a cheap cream, I completely forgot my moisturizer. Y'all, I swear to you guys, when I was packing my bag, I was like, two different moisturizers that I'm gonna take with me, my nighttime one and then the one that I wear before makeup, which y'all, the nighttime one that I'm wearing right now is the Dermalogica red light, what is it called, retailizing, I don't know, something repair serum. It's for redness. I really love that one at nighttime. And then, as you guys know, the MAC skin canvas balm for daytime before my makeup, absolutely love that. But I forgot both of them and I was like, oh my god, on my last trip I forgot my moisturizers and I had to buy replacements. So I was like, okay, this time I'm not gonna forget it, I'm gonna put it in my bag. And then it was not in my bag. Well, I bought this cheap one over there. I've never heard of this before. This is called Vanny Cream, and it's not just sold in Hawaii because I actually did Google best drugstore moisturizers for sensitive skin, and this Vanny Cream popped up. I have to let you guys know, this is a really good moisturizer if you have sensitive skin. This is, it literally says right here, for sensitive skin, free of dyes, fragrances, masking fragrances. I don't know what lanolin is, parabens, and formaldehyde releasers. I don't know what that is either. All I do have to say though is this is a really nice lightweight moisturizer for daytime, and if you guys have sensitive skin, my skin really did like this, and it was only $14. So I was like, oh my god, I want to share that with you guys because I was like super excited that I found something that was a little bit more affordable. Also, another thing that I want to talk to you guys before jumping into this video, obviously, as you can tell, we're going to be talking about Tati Westbrook, but just in a couple minutes, I did want to talk to you guys first about how I mentioned it a while ago that I want to do kind of like a weekly recap style, like mini podcast type of thing every Sunday. So if you guys can please let me know what would be a good time to post on Sundays, like when are you guys mostly on YouTube, because I really do want to set this up and be kind of like religious with it. Do you know what I mean? Like with my travel channel, I upload every single Sunday and I've done really good. I have missed probably maybe about 3 or 4 Sundays, but it's been over a year and 3 months now. So I consider that to be really good. Now with this little like weekly recap, I do want to be on time with it and be punctual so that way you guys know what time it's going to be released. So if you guys can let me know in the comment section, like what's a good time on Sundays for you guys, like 10 a.m., 11 a.m., maybe 12. Please let me know down below because I am going to be start doing that. I think this week is going to be the first week of me doing it. It's going to be called the Sip and Spill, and I'm just going to be uploading every single Sunday, basically a recap of what happened in the week, whether that be in pop culture, around the world, in like the beauty industry, just a whole different like smorgasbord of things that I want to talk about. So it's going to be kind of like a mini podcast. I'm thinking about making it around like 30 minutes. Also, another good piece of information, another good news is that I finally got one of my friends to like tag along with me for a podcast. So we're going to be setting that up pretty soon, maybe within the next month, I would say, because we're going to go over ideas and how to do a little setup and things like that. So I'm super excited. So I'll update you guys about that. Let me not ramble too much. I was just really excited to share that with you guys. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. Obviously, once again, we're going to be talking about Tati Westbrook because she is updating us on her lawsuit, which I cannot believe it's been over 3 years now that she's been going on with this. So we're going to be talking about that today. So give this video a big thumbs up and let's go ahead and get into it. Does somebody know out there if like when you gain weight, like do you gain it in your head? Because I swear to you, this beanie is so tight right now, it's giving me a headache. But then not only just that, I have gained like 10 pounds. And then also my fitted baseball hats literally are like choking out my head. I get a headache now. So I'm like, do you gain weight in your head? Because I really feel like I gained weight in my head. Like, this is so tight right now. I'm like, oh, Jesus. I gotta, like, stretch this out. Y'all, why do I have the biggest head in the world? I'm literally one size away from a size 8, which is, like, the biggest size that they make. I'm a 7 and 7/8. Like, an 8 is the biggest one. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, my big old head. Anyways, talking about Tati Westbrook, if you guys did not know, she started a well, not she started a lawsuit. Somebody sued her, while her business partner sued her in 2020. I want to say it was actually right before 2020 because I do remember that she was going to be shutting down her line. I'm going to be reading from People magazine so that way you guys have a little bit of context about this. But I do have to say, I feel like this whole thing is a little bit shady because in my understanding, okay, like I said, I am going to be reading a little bit of, context for you guys from People magazine so that way you guys know about it from an actual news source. But to my understanding, I feel like her business partner did Halo Beauty with her and then she went off to do Tati Beauty on her own, and he basically saw that there was a lot of money in that as well too. Because to my understanding, basically that was her business partner just for Halo Beauty, which was her supplement brand, and then she went on to go do her beauty brand, and he was like, wait, hold up, why am I not being a business partner for that? that. I could also understand too at the same time how it's going to feel a little bit left out, like, hey, I help you start this business and now you're over here just taking on that business. But that's just the way things work. I feel like if I was friends with somebody and I help them with their business and I'm making a cut of this and they go out and do their own brand, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, low-key, I'm gonna feel a little bit like left out, like why wasn't I included in, you know, the business doings of that. But also at the same time too, your friend or your business partner is free to go out and do whatever they want to do, especially with their likeliness, and being that it is her brand, she can totally do that. So I don't even really see how this lawsuit is going to go through, because how would you have any type of proof that Tati said that she was going to be going into business with you in the beauty world too, not just the supplement world? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I do want to go ahead and read a little bit of People Magazine just for context, and then we'll go ahead and tell you guys about the update that she recently did talk about within her YouTube videos. So this is what it says right here on People Magazine, and this is also from 2021. I cannot believe that this has been going on that long. Like, I've heard before lawsuits take a long time to like be settled, but I'm like, damn, y'all. And now she was saying in her recent videos that she's been sued in 4 different states now. So this fool is just like keeping it going over and over again. And it seems like all these cases are getting dismissed. So it's kind of like, okay, you're not winning. So it seems like he's just going to different state to try to see if he could win one, to my understanding. But obviously, as you guys know, I'm no legal expert. This is what it says right here on People Magazine. I'm just going to read a little bit of it, because also in this article too, they do go a lot in depth with like James Charles and Tati Westbrook, which I feel like is irrelevant to this topic in today's video. Anyways, this is what it says right here. This is a quote. "We are no longer selling products online, and I say that with a heavy heart," Tati Westbrook said in a YouTube video on Thursday. The YouTuber and makeup artist announced the news that Tati Beauty would be closing its doors in a video on Thursday, citing the COVID-19 pandemic and ongoing lawsuit involving her supplement brand. And this is the quote in depth a little bit more. "We are no longer selling products online, and I have to say that with a heavy heart," she said. "I have loved creating this brand and had huge goals, dreams, visions of the future. COVID hit, and that definitely slowed things down. It slowed the whole world down," she continued. "And then, of course, you guys are aware of outside litigation that really impacted my life in full. So that kind of T-boned everything, and here we are." Westbrook concluded that shutting her business was due to just timing of the world. "That's just my life right now, and I'm hopeful for better days ahead," she told her followers. This is where I have to say I'm a bit confused with this, because to my understanding, and I told you guys this before, I really wanted to get my hands on her palette because I have heard nothing but amazing things about it. I think it was called the Textured Neutrals. Is that what it was called? Everybody loved that palette, and I thought it was selling really, really well and doing really well. So I wasn't understanding why she would be shutting it down just because of COVID. Obviously, a lot of businesses were affected during COVID, but I don't think her business was. I really do feel like this was something having to do with the lawsuit, and she was probably like, wait, I have to shut this down just in case there is any ties to this guy, and maybe shut this brand down, and then in the future, when this is all closed and done, come out with another brand. That's just my opinion on the situation, only because I was like, y'all, I'm sorry, like, I totally understand the pandemic really did affect a lot of people financially, but I thought her brand was still thriving. So many reviews were out about that palette, so many people were buying it, so many of my viewers were buying it, everyone was commenting too, talking about how amazing it was. So I'm like, I don't really think that it was fully because of the pandemic. I really do think it was mostly because of the lawsuit, in my personal opinion. I do want to go ahead and read this too, because I was watching Spill Sesh's video, and then she did have a little bit of a summary of the lawsuit in actual court documents. So I do want to go ahead and read this for you guys as well. This is what it says right here. "This is a lawsuit caused by the defendant's greed. Tati Westbrook, one of the first and one of the most successful YouTube beauty influencers in history, together with her new husband, James Westbrook, planned a nutritional supplement business split 50-50 with Mr. Westbrook's old friend and colleague, Blank." They have this blanked out. I'm going to go ahead and say out here, I feel like Spill Sesh probably blanked out the person's name because they don't want to get sued. Because if you guys did not know this, the same guy that is suing Tati Westbrook has also sued her for defamation as well too. So it just seems like he's trying to sue her for literally anything that he can, which to me is just so crazy. Like, he is out there with a vengeance. Anyway, so colleague Blank, before the business got off the ground, the Westbrooks, oh, excuse me, gotta zoom in here on this one, unhappy with owning only 50%, approached their business partner, Blank, and sold him on a deal. Give them 2/3 of the business, and in exchange, the Westbrooks would commit to use Halo Beauty as Miss Westbrook's umbrella brand for all of her beauty launches, cosmetics, skincare, fragrance, all of Tati Westbrook's beauty products. Mr. Blank, oh yeah, I could see a little bit of the name blocked out right there. It is exactly who I thinking it was. I'm like, okay, I'm so sorry, but if this guy is out here suing everybody for like defamation, it's like these are legal like court documents here that are public. Like you can literally Google this and get this. So I'm like, I don't really understand him, but whatever. Mr. Blank agreed to these terms. Halo Beauty's first product launch was a great success. As a result, Miss Westbrook became virtually overnight and proven highly profitable product promoter. The Westbrooks made millions of dollars in distributions on the 16.66% of the business that Mr. Blank gave them. With great momentum and significant sales, Mr. Blank and Halo Beauty set out to launch additional products. The Westbrooks, however, got greedy. Instead of honoring their agreement with Mr. Blank, and honoring their I cannot pronounce this word, y'all. When I was reading this earlier, I was trying to like pronounce like fiduciary. Y'all know, y'all, I'm a high school dropout. I cannot read, okay? Don't come at me. Anyways, fiduciary duties to Halo Beauty, the Westbrooks cut a separate deal to launch a cosmetics product, a color palette, without Mr. Blank and Halo Beauty. Future launches in makeup, cosmetics, and accessories and fragrance were also planned separately and without Mr. Blank or Halo Beauty participating. As a result, Mr. Blank and Halo Beauty have been robbed of the benefits of the agreement with the Westbrooks, and the Westbrooks continue to profit from an agreement they never honored. Now, this is where I say things will get a little bit difficult, because I do have to say, like, how would you have any proof of this? Because say, for example, if they did sign a actual court document, or say, for example, they signed an agreement, a contract, and then got it notarized, like, wouldn't that be in there? And wouldn't Tati Westbrook already have lost the case if that was the case? Do you know what I mean? So I'm a little bit confused about that, because I'm like, okay, I understand where the guy is coming from as a business partner. You're like, okay, wait, hold on. I said that I would give you guys 50% of the company. In return, you guys are going to go into business with me on all these other deals. That totally makes sense. But then I'm like, wait, he should have won by now if that was the case, right? Am I tripping on that? Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and play a clip right here from Tati Westbrook's video talking about this lawsuit, so you guys can hear it from her mouth for yourself.
So there was talk of, like, how can we make this work? And then we got served with the complaint, which had so much in it that was just like, oh my gosh, like what? Like, so sideswiped. I had no idea anything like this could ever happen. It was really one of the biggest punches to the gut that I have ever experienced in my life. Everybody's speculating about everything. I can't comment on this. I have to just deal with it, like, with everything hanging out there, and wait. And so we did. And then I came back to YouTube and got sued for defamation in Washington over, I still don't know what, because I don't feel like that video was defamatory.
So there you can see from right there, she has been going on with this for a long time. Low-key, I feel bad for her, y'all. Like, can you just imagine having this put on you for all of these years? And it just kind of seems like, in my opinion, like, this guy is really, really spiteful. And it seems like he's just trying to go after them, like, continuously. Like, to go to different state to state to state. And she did mention in one of her videos, too, that he was suing her in California. And they were, like, out of California. The business wasn't even in California. So, like, the fact that he's suing in all these different states, it's kind of crazy to me. I'm like, I didn't even know you can do that. But I'm just like, oh my gosh, y'all, this seems like a process. And it just seems like it's costing a lot of money for him to be able to do this. And of course, in return, it's costing Tati Westbrook a lot of money too. So I don't know. I do have to ask you guys this though. In your personal opinion, like, who do you feel is in the right? Who do you feel is in the wrong? Do you guys really feel like Tati Westbrook was low-key a little bit shady with this and did kind of lead him in the wrong direction and say, yeah, we're going to go into business with you and all of this, and then say, oh, you know what? Never mind. Like, I'm going to be taking this on my own. Because also too, I'm just keeping it real with you guys. There is a thought that crossed my mind. Okay, picture this. Picture yourself as the influencer who has millions of followers, and you go into business with somebody, and you're literally the face of the brand, the name of the brand, and your followers are the customers. This other person who is the business end of it really isn't doing as much work, because I'm sorry, but when it comes down into business, of course, you got to know all this like financial stuff. You got to know marketing and all that. But really, when it comes down to it, when you have a set follower base who is your primary customer base, I feel like that's pretty much like 80% of the work right there, and everything else is going to fall into place. The hardest part about making a business is getting the customers, and somebody like Tati obviously has these customers already set in place. You know what I mean? Being that she has millions of followers. So I personally feel like maybe she saw, wow, Halo Beauty is doing so well because of my marketing, because of my promoting, because of my social platforms, and him over here is not really doing too much. So maybe let me go ahead and start my other brand right here and then collect all my coin from that on my own, because I'm pretty much doing all the work. Wouldn't you guys kind of feel like it that way? You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, maybe she just did see it like, hey, I'm the one that's like doing most of the work. I put in the money. I'm doing the marketing. I'm doing, the customer outreach. You know what I mean? I don't know. So make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything because I'm curious to know what you guys think. Because I'm like, would this guy really still be going on? Like, y'all, picture just how many thousands of dollars he's wasting on lawsuits if he really didn't believe that he had a case. But also at the same time, too, it kind of seems like every case is getting shut down. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, obviously, he's not really winning. So I'm like, I'm a little confused on this. So, anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.